My blasted head feels like it's been used as drums by a damned ogre. Now where the blazes on Faerun am I?
You half expected your memories to return once you were free of the Mind Flayer ship. But your past is still an aching void. If you don't find a way to remove the tadpole burrowed in your brain soon, your future will be as blank as your past. Your head whispers vengeance. You cannot wait to slice your way forth, seeking whatever wrought this tragedy upon you.
Why do I feel so much anger? I don't even remember anything of my life.
Fresh water. There must be a settlement somewhere nearby. At the ready.
You drink in the pungent corpse. Since you awoke on the ship, your mind has been cold and empty, but something stirs. With your hands close to this body, you know nothing of why, but you find a half smile flittering across your face.
Standing here over a corpse, it feels so familiar. Too familiar. I must remember.
As soon as you delve into your mind, it is filled with flashes of 1,000 different dead. There is something unknown and unspeakable deep within your heart.
Just who the hell am I? Do I even want to know?
Have to keep going.
Oh, Shadowheart, is she dead? No, wait, she's... Yes, she's breathing. Shadowheart, wake up.
You're alive. I'm alive.
It certainly seems so.
How is this possible?
I was hoping you might know that.
I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing.
What happened to our Gith friend?
You might want to reconsider calling her a friend. Looks like she ran off without us.
We should look for her. She might be injured or worse.
You're more concerned for her than she is for you, clearly. We need to take care of ourselves. First things first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
Do you have any idea where we are?
No, I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from.
You want to stay together, I take it?
We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company.
All right, let's get moving.
One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
More of those wretched things. Better stay back. One strike could be lethal.
fared well. Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
She's right. I can't remember anything of my life, but battle, tactics, strategy. These I can all remember. I can also recall an oath I made long ago. The oath of the ancients? Yes, that's what it was. It is the source of my magic power. The oath it compels me to compassion, mercy, kindness. But then why do I have such thoughts and urges of cruelty and violence? I need answers, damn it. Someone's ahead. Perhaps others survived the crash.
Hurry! I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
Easily. Stand back.
There. Can you see it?
Not yet. Just a moment. Hey, what the bloody hell's up? Get your goddamned hands off me!
Shh. Not a sound. Not if you want to keep that darling neck of yours. And you, keep your distance. No need for this to get messy.
I need her alive. Stow that blade, or I'll show you just how messy things can get.
Promises. But I have other business, I'm afraid. Now, I saw you on the ship, didn't I? Not?
I said, get your fucking hands off me!
Wretched little...
I'll gut you like a fish, you treacherous cur!
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light, the fear.
What was that? What's going on?
It's the Mind Flayer worm. It connected us.
The worm? Of course. That explains things, somewhat. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
Can't blame you. I was looking forward to seeing yours spilled as well.
A kindred spirit. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
I'd better explain everything. The crash, the worm, and my ruined memories.
My, you've been busy. So, did you learn anything about these worms while wandering the ship?
Yes, unfortunately. They'll turn us into Mind Flayers.
Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time.
Control it? We need to get rid of it.
Well, yes, of course. But first things first.
Against my better judgment, perhaps you should travel with us. Our odds are better together.
You know, I was ready to go this alone. But maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And anyone that can crash a Mind Flayer ship and walk away seems like a good person to know. All right. I accept. Lead on.
As he joins your side, your mind dances with thoughts of a perfect, pretty corpse. grunts and eyes you warily with its beady eyes. The boar shuffles its trotters, unsure. Then it dashes away into the wilderness.
There. A mind flare. And it's hurt.
That thing's bound to be dangerous, even if injured. Best be careful.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion.
No, I should be furious, shouldn't I? These feelings, they are not my own. They are not from my oath of the ancients.
Yes, you feel hate, and you deserve to be punished for it. You should be whipped, made to bow before this creature in shame. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it, but then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere.
Focus. I mustn't let it take hold of my mind.
Your minds fuse, lusting for something that is gone. But then its grip claws back with a vengeance, a vice locking your mind into obedience. It needs sustenance to survive, and with your very body you can provide.
I must resist. With all that I have, with all that I am. Get out! You will not have me!
The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
Burn in the 9 hells!
Monster. Death is too good for it.
Dead goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
What's going on with that rune? Looks unstable somehow.
You approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
Third time's the charm, maybe? Ah, shit. Why do I keep doing this?
A hand? Anyone?
What if I were to? It would be so easy. It's so tempting.
This branch of flesh is begging to be pruned, and its sap sucked from.
My mistress' eyelids! Stop! Cease, you loon!
As soon as the dreams cross the threshold of your imagination, you snap back to realize they have all come true.
No, I will not. I mustn't give in to these urges. Greetings. Fancy a hand?
Ow! Perhaps I should have clarified? A helping hand? Anyone?
Who are you?
Just your average traveler stuck between realms. Pull me out, and we'll get properly introduced.
All right then. Just a moment. Need to get a good grip.
That's it! Go on! Keep pulling!
Blasted! Just how much do you weigh? Ah, shit. Damn it!
Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. Usually better at this.
Greetings. Evelyn. Of somewhere, I guess. No need to apologize. Are you all right?
A bit shocked, but friend, it's a relief and a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Norse Lloyd as well.
Never mind the Nautiloid. How did you get stuck in that stone?
I don't know what transpired exactly, but the ship broke into pieces and I suddenly found myself in freefall. As I was plummeting to certain death, I spied a glimmer quite near where I estimated my body to impact with less than savory propulsion. Recognizing this glimmer to be magical in nature, I reached out to it with a weaving of words and found myself on the other side, as it were. How about you? How did you survive the fall?
To be honest, I haven't a clue.
Fair enough. But even so, I have the unfortunate suspicion your survival is still very much in jeopardy. Back on the ship, you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region. Were you not?
Go on. Let's hear what you know.
The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceremorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them.
I can tend to basic wounds and ailments, but alien parasites? I'm afraid not.
As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together?
Sounds like a plan. You're welcome to join us.
Most excellent. A parasite shared is a parasite halved. Or something to that effect. Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
Broken. Must have been here a while.
Strangers ahead.
You think it's dangerous? Of course it's dangerous.
Is that? Yes, it's our gift friend.
So let's leave it. And let the goblins have it? No. We take it to the grove. Zoran was right. Yellow as a toad, and twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
Don't worry. I'll get them out of here, one way or another.
Your words flow to her, though you never speak them aloud.
I know what grows inside you, and I know of a cure.
Remember how keen she was to leave me to die in the Nautiloid? We can't trust her.
Your quarry looks dangerous, but fear not. I've handled far worse. Leave it to me. Get to safety.
She's right. Let's go. We need to check out that blast.
A blast? I could use more specifics.
You didn't hear it? Shook our camp good, so we came for a look.
I'm in dire need of some healing. Where is this camp?
Northwest. Look for Nettie. Whatever your wound, she can mend it.
And be careful. There are goblin traps everywhere.
Nymessa, come.
Safe journeys to both of you.
Enough gawking. Get me down.
Now that they're out of earshot, sure.
Observe and listen. You'll hear goblins before you see them.
As you say.
Alrighty then, hold very, very still. Yes, got it in one.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
And what exactly is a creche?
It is many things. A hatchery, a training grounds, a shelter. Githyanki protocol is clear. When infected with a Gaith tadpole, we must report to Augustil for purification.
A simple thank you wouldn't go amiss, you know.
You may as well suggest a wyvern bow to worms. The cure I offer will suffice as thanks.
All right, we travel together then. Let's find this creche.
You are full up. Dismiss your weakest warrior.
Actually, why don't you set up a camp for us instead?
Very well, but heed my words. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. I must interrogate this Zoru. Our very lives depend on it. I will be at your camp. Do not keep me waiting.
Friendly, isn't she? Anyone? Just me? Okay then.
I hear shouting up ahead.
We should check it out, but be careful.
Open the bloody gate! Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders! That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now! You let goblins here? Where is the druid? Please! There's no time!
By the nine hells! Open the gates! Damnable roach! Provoke the blade! Then suffer its sting.
Well, he certainly knows how to make an entrance. Straight to the hells with you.
Just like old times. Let's play. Let's move. Good move.
Onward.
Bleed every last one of you! By sickle and sword, strike them down!
Another day, another fight. Face me, you sniveling coward!
There's blood in the air. A subtle approach. This will do nicely. Shall be done.
I'm ready. Got to move. Take your kill.
You'll have to do better than that, you witless cur.
That's the last of them. Inside! All of you! More may follow! Open the gate! Damn vermin.
Then through.
There are children here, you fool! We was running for our lives. You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
I've seen much bloodier battles than this. Consider yourselves lucky.
And who the hell are you again? Show some respect. This woman saved your pathetic life. Well, I didn't ask for any goddamn help. Please, you were begging me to open the gate. Anything to save yourself, you coward!
The human's eye twitches. He's about to blow.
More violence won't bring back those you've lost. Stop and think.
You're right. There's too much at stake.
Worried about your precious hides? The both of you.
Enough! Squabbling is pointless. The goblins have found us.
At least we agree on that.
More goblins could be on their way.
Then we'll deal with them too. I have no fear of wretched goblins.
Something's on my mind.
Forgive that display. Aradin's a blowhard, but that's no cause for me to join him. Thank you for your help out there. I'm Zevlor.
I'm Evelyn. You're quite welcome.
Well met. I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve.
These goblins, have there been many attacks like that?
There have been several attacks by different monsters. The druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters.
What brought you here?
We're refugees from Elturel. We took shelter here after gnolls attacked us on the road. We were bound for Baldur's Gate, and it was too late to turn back. Elturel had no place for tieflings after the descent.
The Descent, an infernal conspiracy that had seen the entire city of Elturel briefly dragged to the hells.
If your people survived that ordeal, I imagine they'll survive just about anything.
So I hoped, but we've lost so many already. And more will die if we're forced out again.
Apologies, but we are in need of a healer. Have you one here, perchance?
Goblin got you. The druid Halsin's a renowned healer, but he didn't make it back from Aradin's expedition. If it's not too serious, you could try his apprentice Nettie. She's with the other druids in the Inner Grove. They've withdrawn there to prepare this damn ritual of theirs.
This ritual, is there no way to convince the druids to stop it?
I've tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't even see me. You, though? I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
I want to try and help. I'll do what I can.
Really? We're messengers now.
We'd owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now, we won't make it to the city. You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense before more lives are lost.
I've never had cause to visit a druid's grove before. Magic weighs heavier here, seeking solace in root and soil. Grounding, one might say.
We've had little chance to talk since meeting. Tell me a bit about yourself if you don't mind.
Let's see. I hail from Waterdeep, City of Splendors. I am a wizard of considerable acclaim and scholar of exceptional accomplishment.
Naturally.
I have a cat, a library, and a weakness for a good glass of wine. And if the mood takes me, I'm known to try my hand at poetry. There.
Don't stop there. You must have many stories to tell about your adventures as an archmage.
Didn't that paint enough of a picture?
Perhaps I can take a peek into his mind, like I did with the others.
For a split second, you see a swirl of untamed magic. Then his defenses drop like a portcullis.
Out! That was uncalled for.
You're right, I'm sorry. Curiosity got the better of me.
Not an eventuality I'm entirely unfamiliar with. Nevertheless, please don't try that again unless I invite you to.
My memories before the Nautiloid are shrouded in darkness. I am unsure as to who I even am.
Memory loss isn't usually a symptom of ceremorphosis. If it is, they've forgotten to write it down in any text I've read on the subject. Then again, our case isn't exactly usual. Perhaps whatever's causing our tadpoles to remain in stasis has also affected your mind. If ceremorphosis takes place, all trace of your former self will be subsumed into the Mind Flayer's hive. So, to still be here, if a mite forgetful, still a win in my book.
I have violent thoughts, depraved thoughts, ones that refuse to go away.
We all have those from time to time. I once wished a most impure demise on a colleague of mine who bought the last remaining copy of Etheril's Enchiridion of Enchanting Easements. It's a first edition, too. As regards to your own morbid little fantasies, I'm sure they're nothing to worry about. So long as they remain fantasies.
Oh, yes, of course. Thank you, Gale.
Well, this seems like a lovely little spot. The sense of impending doom aside.
Tell me a bit about yourself, Astorian.
Oh, what's to tell? I'm a magistrate back in the city. It's all rather tedious.
This place seems remarkably tense for a sacred grove. Perhaps we shouldn't linger. But let's at least see if there's a healer to be found, first of all.
What's the story with that odd little artifact you have?
There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it.
Right. My memories are all gone. Is your tadpole playing tricks on yours?
I understand why you ask, but memory loss is not as uncommon as you'd think. There may be other causes.
I yearn to kill. I only feel like myself when I am killing, yet it feels at odds with the rest of me.
Interesting. You're hardly alone. Bloodletting is quite popular of late. Though your twinge of conscience sets you apart from the brigands, monsters, and kill-happy fiends of the world. Whatever you think may be compelling you, you may have greater ability to resist it than you realize. Everyone has unseemly thoughts. Being able to quieten them is what sets us apart from the beasts.
Yes, I suppose you're right. What do you think of all that's happened to us so far?
We've been through quite a lot, with likely more to come. Care to narrow it down a little?
You must have thoughts about our little stowaways.
Must I? Thinking about it won't help. We know what to do, so let's do it. Find a way to rid ourselves of these things. Personally, I think finding this Halcyon is our best bet. I'm not too hopeful that a Gith Kresh will actually prove our salvation, but worth keeping in mind.
What will you do if we actually manage to remove the tadpoles?
I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course.
No reason for us not to stay together if we get on well.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. If we do survive, we'll have separate lives to return to. I need to get to Baldur's Gate. There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible.
Seems personal. I won't pry if it's not something you want to talk about.
Thank you. And you're right. It's a delicate matter. Not something for light conversation.
How am I holding up in your estimations?
You're not the kind of company I'd keep willingly, but all things considered, you'll do.
And I haven't forgotten that you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. Perhaps I'll be able to return the favor at some point.
We should get to know each other a little more.
Must we? No harm in a little mystery, don't you think?
We have to rely on each other. Easier if we knew each other as well.
Easier's often less interesting. Besides, we've plenty of reason to rely on each other already. You can't confide in just anyone about a monster in your head.
If you're not comfortable, I won't press the matter.
Thank you. I'm sure we'll get along perfectly well.
Right. Let's go see to this business with the druids.